Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Armageddon. Today we're going to try the Midweek Magic event for this week, which is Phantom Foundation Sealed. So we're going to open 6 packs and build a deck from the open packs. And because it's Phantom, the cards are not added to our collection. That's because this event is free to play. And then, of course, for your first 2 wins in Midweek Magic, you get a rare individual card reward. And for your third, you get a mystery cosmetic. So let's see what we open. Alright. Not sure about Herald of the Eternal Dawn. It is pretty expensive, and the mana cost could be difficult. It's usually difficult and limited to get to 3 mana symbols of the same color. Although a Solemn Simulacrum would help in that regard. Krenko is an army in a can. Runescarred Demon. Probably better in sealed than in draft because you're more likely to have bombs that you want to search up. I don't know if any of these are bombs that I would definitely want Runescarred Demon to search up, although having a big 6/6 flyer is by itself pretty good. Drakehatcher could be fine. Kellen is a good aggressive creature. Consuming Aberration. Alicia Laughs at Fate. And then Lecture Duplicate. Not bad with creatures with good enter abilities like Runescarred Demon or Solemn Simulacrum, but not particularly exciting. Anyway, let's see what other cards we open. So for multicolored and colorless, we've got Solemn Simulacrum as ramp and fixing, 2 Dimir cards, although Dreadwing Scavenger cares about putting cards in your graveyard, and Consuming Aberration puts cards in the opponent's graveyard, so they don't really work well together. 2 copies of Heraldic Banner. 1's probably fine. It's not exactly fixing since you want to be naming the color that you have the most creatures in. Usually I would expect. Gold Vein Pick is not bad. Campus Guide, kind of a poor man's Solemn Simulacrum, since it doesn't put it on the battlefield and it doesn't put it on your hand. It goes on the top of your library, so you know you're drawing a land on your next turn, which is not the best. But if we're doing a lot of splashing, which is certainly more likely in sealed than in draft, then Campus Guide could still be fine. And then Adventuring Gear is cheap. We'll have to see what spells we have in green that ramp. But so far, the only card that we have that puts additional lands into play is Solemn Simulacrum. So there's some decent options for if we are going to splash any cards. Gold Vein Pick and Solemn Simulacrum are probably the best. In white, only 1 Heir Apparent, so that's obviously not going to work. Cathar Commando could be good. Helpful Hunter is a nice value creature. I do have Dazzling Angel to go with Cat Collector. Joust Through also works with Cat Collector, although this kind of conditional removal is not usually the best. Banishing Light is good. Felidar Savior. So Squad Rallier in white finds Felidar Savior, Dazzling Angel, helpful hunter. Could find Heir Apparent, but Heir Apparent is obviously not making the cut with only one copy. So Squad Rallier depends on, if we were to go into white, it would depend on our secondary color, whether Squad Rallier was any good. Armosaur Guide, not really going wide with what we have in white. And then, of course, Herald of Eternal Dawn. So white's okay. Not the most exciting. For splashing options, I mean, Squad Rallier could be fine, although if you're splashing, you're probably not playing a lot of small creatures to go with that. Banishing Light would be the best splash card. And unfortunately, with 3 white pips, Herald of Eternal Dawn is not really a splash card, so we would have to be playing white to play Herald of Eternal Dawn. Blue, Strix Lookout is okay. Drake Hatcher. We do have a reasonable number of instants and sorceries, or non-creature spells. It's non-creature spells that Prowess cares about, so that also includes our Witness Protection. And then 2 copies of Witness Protection, 2 Refutes as interaction. Grappling Kraken is fine top end. Mocking Sprite wasn't very good in Wilds of Eldraine Limited, so I'm not sure how good it would be in Foundations. But if we were going into blue, then it would probably be fine, and then Lightshell Duo would be fine. And then we have some card draw with Think Twice, Fadebloom Trick as some interaction that also creates creatures. This is the sort of spell you want in a spell stack, is a spell that makes creatures. And then Sphinx's Tutelage is a bonus from the special guests. I don't think Mill is supported in Foundations. I'm actually not sure, but certainly it isn't supported in our deck. So I don't think Sphinx's Tutelage makes the cut. I guess it would be fine with the Consuming Aberration, because that would put more cards in the opponent's graveyard. So we could consider playing Sphinx's Tutelage if we were in blue-black. In black, Runescarred Demon as a top-end threat. Vampire Soul Color, a little expensive, but it is a flyer, a 3-powered flyer, so it trades well, although it doesn't block. And then it is a good enter ability, for example, with our Lecture duplicate. And Graveyard Recursion is pretty strong. Infernal Vessel is fine. Sanguine Siphoner would be good in a black-white life gain deck, although 1/3, not the most impressive stat line. Reassembling Skeleton is good with our Eaten Alive. And then Hungry Ghoul. We don't really have a lot of sacrifice fodder other than Reassembling Skeleton. I guess the Siphoners are not bad. And then Midnight Snack. I don't really think we have the life gain synergy to support this being particularly powerful. The only thing it would be good for is making food tokens. And unfortunately, we don't have ways of sacrificing artifacts. Like if Hungry Ghoul sacrificed creatures and artifacts, then I would be happy to play Midnight Snack, because making food tokens each turn, if I attacked, would work very well. So unless there's a use for the food tokens other than sacrificing them to gain life, then I'm not sure about Midnight Snack. Hero's Downfall is good removal. So black's not bad. Alright. In red we have Kellen, a good aggressive creature. Sure Strike would work well with Kellen. Bulk Up might be good in, say, red-green with a big Trampler. Burst Lightning is nice. Electro Duplicate There are some good creatures with enter abilities that we could copy with Electro Duplicate. And then Incinerating Blast, a bit clunky, but probably fine in sealed. 6 damage, deals with most threats, and then giving you the ability to rummage is actually a nice bonus. Brazen Scourge, 3/3 for haste with nice. Is nice, I should say. Crackling Cyclops, I don't even think it's particularly good even in spells, although instant speed interaction means that you can surprise block with it, and then with 4 toughness, you can often eat smaller creatures. Firebrand Archer is fine. Krenko Mob Boss. I don't see any other goblins to go with Krenko, so he'd be pretty slow, but I think still good enough. Strongbox Raider is good if we're aggressive. I feel like I would want more 1s and 2s, at least some 2-drops, to feel like I would be aggressive enough for Strongbox Raider. Gorehorn Raider. I think this could have been a 5/5. That would have made it fine. I think it's a little small for 5 mana, even with its enter ability. And the fact that it only works if you attacked is a bit of a liability. And then Dragon Trainer. The trainer itself is good sacrifice fodder. And you're getting a 4/4 dragon. This is also something that's good to copy with Electro Duplicate. You could also copy Strongbox Raider or Gorehorn Raider with Electro Duplicate as long as you attacked and enable raid. So there are some good targets for Electro Duplicate. I think red-black would be the best home so far because we have the Runescarred Demon and Vampire Soul Color with excellent enter abilities. Well, let's look at our green. Bushwhack provides fixing for splashing. Not sure how good Inspiring Call is. I see Nessian Hornbeetle. Apothecary Stomper puts +1/+1 counters. Treetop Snare Spinner adds +1/+1 counters, but it's pretty slow. It could just be good as a trick to give Indestructible, although 3 mana is pretty expensive. And then Broken Wings, really more of a sideboard card. It could be fine main deck in sealed, since they're more likely to be powerful artifacts, enchantments, or flying creatures running around. Ambush Wolf. The 2 toughness is a liability, although with Flash, you might be able to flash it in end of turn, and then opponent has attacked with their creatures so that you can attack back with the Wolf. Same thing with Eager Truffle Snout. The 2 toughness is a liability, but at least it has trample, so you're going to get in a hit with it. Reclamation Sage is nice. Gnarlid Colony. Elfsworn Giant. Regrower is another good value play. Quake Strider Ceratops. Not a splash card. We'd have to be pretty heavy into green to play this. I don't have any ways of giving creatures trample unless they have +1/+1 counters on them with Gnarlid Colony. So if I had some way of giving this evasion, it would be a lot better. So I'm not sure where to go here. I don't think any of our bombs, well, our rares, I should say, they're not sufficient bombs to pull me firmly towards one direction or another. I could see splashing, although you really only want to splash cards with 1 mana symbol for each color in their mana cost. So, Apothecary Stomper is not really splashable, Elfsworn Giant's not really splashable, Elvish Regrower is not really splashable, and there's not really anything I would want to splash in green. So I think I'd likely have to make green a primary color if I wanted to play green and get the value of Regrower, Elfsworn Giant, and Stomper. And then One thing I didn't check to see. Doesn't look like I got any dual lands. No, I did not. There are dual lands at common, so that makes splashing a bit more difficult. I think I like maybe going Sultai and then splash red. And I didn't see there's the Grow from the Ashes. I didn't see any of those in green, so I don't think Adventuring Gear makes the cut. Oh, that's weird. How come I didn't see Evolving Wilds? Okay, so we do have an Evolving Wild, so that helps with our land situation. What have we got that works with Nessian Hornbeetle? So Alicia eventually gets there. Truffle Snout and Ambush Wolf are actually good with the Nessian Hornbeetle since they would enable it on turn 3. Infernal Vessel eventually gets there. Lightshell Duo if you enable Prowess. Strongbox Raider. Regrower. Gorehorn Raider. The trainer makes a 4/4 dragon. Elfsworn Giant has 5 power. Consuming Aberration can be pretty big. Runescar Demon, Ceratops, Stomper, Kraken. So there's a decent number of large creatures to go with the Horn Beetle. And then I think it's green, blue are base colors, and we splash black and red. Alright, so if we're splashing, I think Kellen is a no-go. Black 2-drops, Firebrand Archer. Infernal Vessel could be fine. Brazen Scourge. Crackling Cyclops. Dreadwing Scavenger could still be fine. Not sure about Alicia, who laughs at Fate. You kind of want to have Alicia down on turn 3. Leave her in for now. Kranko's not really splashable. Strongbox Raider's not really splashable. Dragon Trainer. Don't think I want to splash Gorehorn Raider. Could splash Dragon Trainer. And then I think 7 mana is probably not that hard to have 2 black sources. I'm not sure about Dragon Trainer. We'll look at revisit creatures again. Electro Duplicate. Campus Guide. Not that exciting to copy. Dreadwing Scavenger. It has haste, so if we copied the Scavenger, we'd be able to attack with the copy and trigger its trigger ability twice, so that's not bad. Reclamation Sage would be good to copy. Ambush Wolf, not particularly exciting. Surveil 2's not bad. Treetop Snare Spinner, not so much, but Regrower, Solemn Simulacrum, Soul Collar. Stomper's not the worst. Runescar Demon is good to copy. Let's look at our non-creature spells. So I think Adventuring Gear can go. Burst Lightning could still be fine as a splash at 5 mana. And then Bulk Up, Sure Strike. Might keep Macabre Waltz in here. I think probably between Reclamation Sage and Broken Wings, Reclamation Sage is better. I think even though I am considering playing Consuming Aberration, I still don't think I want Sphinx's Tutelage. And then I don't think I want Inspiring Call. and then maybe one Heraldic Banner. Still have to cut a lot more creatures, and 50 non-creatures is a lot. Draycatcher could be fine, the Strix Lookouts could be fine, Narrowly Colony. I kind of like my 2-drops. Walking Sprite, let's cut that for now. I think we do cut Alicia. And then maybe one of Truffle Snout or Ambush Wolf. And then maybe one Snare Spinner, one Light Shell duo. Still need to cut 13 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green creatures. But maybe it's Heraldic Banner, since it's really not. I suppose it does help. Naming green does help us with Stomper, Elfsworn Giant, Regrower, Quake Strider Ceratops. 21 creatures, so I want to cut like 6 more. So I think at least one Strix Lookout can go. Maybe it is Ceratops, and then I cut Heraldic Banner. I want to keep Stomper because it goes well with Electro Duplicate, so I could consider cutting Elfsworn Giant. Then maybe cut Snare Spinner, Gnarlid Colony. So 16 creatures, so I could keep this and then just cut 7 non-creature spells. With Regrower and Soul Caller, maybe I don't need Macabre Waltz. And then Campus Guide, Strix Lookout, the Drake tokens from Hatcher, Infernal Vessel, Reclamation Sage, Solemn Simulacrum are all fine to sacrifice with Eaten Alive. Same with the Fairy tokens from Feybloom Trick. I don't know how much time I'll have for holding up counter magic, so maybe we cut the Refutes. And then with Incinerating Blast, Hero's Downfall, 2 Witness Protection, and Eaten Alive, maybe we don't splash Burst Lightning. That's generally better as an early play anyway. So I still need to make 3 more cuts. I think we want to keep Bushwhack for fixing, Goldvein Pick for fixing, Campus Guide, Solemn Simulacrum for fixing. I could cut Ambush Wolf, Nessian Hornbeetle. And then maybe Feybloom Trick. And then for lands, currently suggesting 7 blue sources. We have 9 blue cards, 7 black, 4 green. So we really went down on green. So green is more of a splash color, which maybe means we don't play Stomper and we play something else. I think another cheap creature would be good. Let's go with the Lookout. Reassembling skeletons would be fine, but I don't have that much sacrifice synergy, and I don't mind sacrificing a creature like a Lookout to Eaten Alive. Alright, so now we go down a mountain. Eaten Alive is fine at any point, whether for 1 mana and sacrifice a creature or 5, although then I need double black. I think I want a bit more green for Bushwhack. Oh yes, I cut a mountain, so I think I'm down. I need an extra land back in, so maybe it's another black source. So that would be 7 blue, 6 black, 5 green, 2 red. Well, I think that's fine. So I think this is the deck we'll go with. So we'll just fix up some cosmetic details and then get into some gameplay. So see you in a bit. On the play, I do have Think Twice and Strict Lookout, which I can play. Runescar Demoness in top end, Electra Duplicate, nothing exciting to copy with it right now, and then Eaten Alive. I think with Think Twice as card draw, that'll help us hit lands. So I think we keep this. Strict Lookout can also loot. I should also mention that I did have some of the dual lands of common, but they were all dual lands with white. So that wouldn't have worked. There wouldn't have been able to fit any in my deck unless I wanted to splash white. Consuming Aberration. Opponent leads a swamp. So we'll lead with Lookout. Alright, another land's not bad. We'll attack with Lookout. And then I can hold up Lookout's ability or Think Twice at instant speed. Opponent looks to be on Black-White Sacrifice with Gourmand. Let's see if they play some Sacrifice Fodder. Although Gourmand can attack past Lookout anyway. Prideful Parent. There's their Sacrifice Fodder, which they might want to sacrifice anyway to draw a card. And they do. So I think we want to think twice. Draw another green source. So Consuming Aberration would currently snuff it if I play it on 5, unless opponent puts a card in their graveyard. No need for opponent to sacrifice a creature, and they don't. No blocks. Go down to 14. Leyline Axe. So I think we'll flashback Think Twice here. Draw another island. Draw a Gold Vein pick. So I wouldn't mind drawing my Reclamation Sage. And then I think we draw and discard with Strict Lookout, and we discard Electro Duplicate. Opponent equips Leyline Axe. Okay, I'm not sure. Opponent might have a trick here, but I think we still need to mitigate some damage. They don't. We'll discard Electro Duplicate since we can flash it back. Still haven't drawn a swamp, even though that's the most common source in the deck. And I don't think I want to sacrifice my Lookout. We do need to get rid of this Prideful Parent. Runescar Demon trades for the Parent. Then we want to draw and discard, try and find a black source, so I can still cast Runescar Demon maybe. Look for removal for Crypt Feaster. Alright, there's a black source, it's tapped. Leyline Axe gives Trample, which is annoying. Well, we might have just helped opponent out by milling land, although maybe they were looking to it because they've been missing land drops. Consuming Aberration does, on the downside, enable Crypt Feaster. Opponent does find a land. Alright, so I have to chump, which means I'm chumping with 2 creatures here. down to 5. Uh-oh. Okay, so I can witness protection the Crypt Feaster. Okay, and then Soul Color can't block. And then I can't afford to attack. So the good thing here is that opponent will have to re-equip Leyline Axe if they want to get the benefit, because Witness Protection shuts down abilities on the now legitimate business person. Oh shoot. Oh well. Looks like we're dead. That was unfortunate. I think if we had drawn a black source sooner, we might have had better luck. Anyway, on we go. On the play, I shouldn't have complained about not hitting any black sources. This is what I get. I can't keep this. If one of these were a green source, this would have been a good hand against previous opponent, because I could destroy the Leyline Axe. This is much better. And then I've got Evolving Wilds and Simulacrum for fixing. Then I think I fetch Swamp with Evolving Wilds, Red Source with Solemn, and then I'm going to shuffle the deck with Evolving Wilds. So I think we still bottom Incinerating Blast. Draw another Swamp. I don't have any ways of enabling Prowess, so I think we play Strict Lookout, although maybe I draw a spell. So maybe Dragecatcher's still better. Opponent Black-Green plays Gold Vein Pick. I get my own Gold Vein Pick. And that was actually a great draw, because I can play it, equip it. Dragecatcher's power will be 3, so I can make a blue Drake creature token right away. And then I can activate the Drake Hatcher at instant speed, so we'll wait until end of opponent's turn. Opponent plays Ear Truffle Snout. Another land, flooding out a bit here. Nope, but that's apparently enough for opponent. Alright, well, I won't complain about that. We'll take it. Let's see what our first individual card reward is. I actually remembered this time. Usually with Midweek Magic, I forget to check and stop recording so I can proceed to the next game. So remembering it this time. Tai Joaquin, perfect shot. Alright, could be interesting. So, on we go. On the draw, I don't have any early plays, so I don't think I keep this. Simulacrum would be nice. Going to 6 on the draw isn't so bad because you have that extra draw step. And then this is a lot better. And then what to bottom? Could be Bushwhack. Could be Swamp, and then I'm searching up land. I guess I want to keep land so I have fewer of them in the deck. Let's bottom Witness Protection, and then we'll shuffle it back in with Bushwhack. Opponent leads with Forest. Plays Llanowar Elves. Ooh, that's nice. So again, I think I'll get my second black source with Bushwhack, and then Solemn can find my red source. Could have also considered saving Bushwhack to kill Llanowar Elves with Strix Lookout, but the damage is probably going to be done. Crystal Arcade. So my red burn spell isn't effective except against the Crystal Barricade. Opponent has up to 4 mana. At least we're also ramping with Solemn Simulacrum. Alright, opponent doesn't have a play. I draw another land, so we're definitely flooding here. Although, once we get Grappling Cracking in play, land draw is not the worst. And I can draw and discard with Strix Lookout, end of turn. So we'll discard an island. Opponent has up to 5 mana. They didn't cast anything last turn. They played Doubling Season. Okay. I do need double green, and I've got double blue, so we'll ditch island. Draw another land. So despite thinking out the deck with Bushwhack, we flooded a bit. Hopefully Simulacrum will help. And then we can play Grappling Kraken. Prideful Parent makes 2 cat tokens. Wolfbane Pick. Column just runs into the barricade. Let's get the Kraken down. And then I think we equip Lookout with Pick. Then wouldn't mind drawing my Demon. Wow. Alright, so basically I have to draw into Reclamation Sage. I do not. Well, we got out bombed. Not much you can do about that. Better luck next time. On the play, this hand is a bit slow. Could be risky. I don't think I want to go down to 6. I've got several early plays I could draw into, so I think we'll take a chance and keep it. Lead with Island, because most of our early spells are blue. Alright, well, opponent plays Evolving Wild, so at least they're not off to a fast start. We draw Witness Protection. Opponent green-white so far. Plays Jada. Wouldn't mind hitting land. Anyway, I think we witnessed Jada here. One has another tap land. I want to hit land 4. Plays Helpful Hunter. There's land 4. And then I think We'll ramp with Solemn Simulacrum, because if I draw another untapped land, I can play Grappling Kraken on my next turn. And so I'll fetch second island here. Otherwise, I can play Light Shell Duo, and then Solemn is great to sacrifice to Eaten Alive if opponent plays anything worth killing with it. Alright. That is worth killing with Eaten Alive. I don't draw land 6. And then maybe Drakecatcher is... The ground's kind of stalled. And then I have ways of recurring it from the graveyard, so maybe we'll bin Drakecatcher here. I would definitely like to draw a card. And then we can play Grappling Kraken. Healer's Hawk is kind of annoying. And because we're going to play Grappling Kraken, I even wouldn't mind drawing a land. Ideally green or red. Goldvein Pick would be another good draw. Alright, that was obnoxious, but at least I got my value from... I'll just trade, preserve my life total a bit. Runescarred Demon. Opponent might be regretting, now that I've thrown down a Grappling Kraken, unless they have more removal, which is maybe why they were willing to fire off a Stroke of Midnight on my Light Shell Duo. Alright. And then I think I tap down Legitimate Business Person. Oh, it's at the beginning of your end step. Oh, except it's got Ward. And I want to play Runescarred Demon. So we're tapping down the Legitimate Business Person. And then what's Runescarred Demon going to find? Could get... Don't have double green for Regrower. Could get Soul Caller. Could get Consuming Aberration. I think we get Consuming Aberration. And then Mountain could be great because then I can copy Runescar Demon. Opponent's got another Spinner of Souls. Draw Soul Color. Don't really want to let them trigger Spinner of Souls. Pretty far from milling them. Alright, well, the Soul Color could get that back. Alright, have to remember that Spinner of Souls is reach. And then don't mind discarding Electro Duplicate to Strix Lookout, although that does make it harder to cast. Because I don't have any red sources right now, so I'd be relying on Alright. Well, now I'm definitely glad I tapped down the Healer's Hawk, because now they don't get life gain. Alright, so I think we take 15 here. Alright, land is perfect. So now I can tap legitimate business person and attack for lethal. So Grappling Kraken has definitely proved its worth. It's turned every land draw into a removal spell. And let's see what our mystery cosmetic is. Parallax card style of Regal Caracal. Anyway, let's take a quick look at the deck here. So I'm not sure if this was the most competitive deck I could have built, but it was a lot of fun. Grappling Kraken was good, like I said in that last game. Runescarred Demon, obviously good. The Consuming Aberration was usually a removal magnet, which I guess is fine. Vampire Soul Color was good. Getting back creatures. Sol in the Simulacrum was good. We never played Eldritch Regrower. The Duo was fine. Vessel was okay. Reclamation Sage we could have used. Some of those games made the case for Broken Rings. Scavengers were fine. Campus Guide in our deck was better than I think it would have been in most other decks, because we wanted to find up to 4 colors. So having the ability to search up a basic land, any basic land, was useful. Drakecatcher, we only got it to go off that one game, but it was still fine, and the lookouts were fine. Witness Protection was okay. Eaten Alive, Jarrow's Downfall, Incinerating Blast, good as removal. Although the game we played, Incinerating Blast, might not be in the video, but we didn't win that one, so that's too bad. Electro Duplicate, probably could have done without, even with all of our enter abilities. Goldvein Pick was good, Bushwhack was good, Think Twice was fine. So I don't know if the whole complete package worked out to be better than maybe a more streamlined deck would have been. So I'm not sure I would have built this deck in a sealed event rather, but in Midweek Magic you can afford to have more fun. Anyway, so that'll do it for this video. If you thought I should have built the deck differently or made different plays, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a good one, and take care. Bye.